Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. I'm Alexis Lopez TCG, and today we're going to try something a little bit different. This weekend, I went in person to the local game stores Ravnica Remastered draft preview event. So, Ravnica Remastered, the set releases in January 12th, which is the Friday after this video releases. This video is going to be going out Monday. Shout out to Collector Legion for running a great Ravnica Remastered draft event. It was a lot of fun. They had an event going on Friday night for, of course, Friday Night Magic, and then they had another one going Saturday and then Sunday. Luckily, the Saturday was the most wide open day for me as far as being able to go this weekend. And they also had the standard RCQ going, which actually had about 70 people going to the event, which is pretty fantastic. So when I showed up for the draft event, which was in the middle of the afternoon, the store was already packed with everybody doing the standard RCQ. So not only was I able to get there and check out a lot of the events happening, like just check out a lot of matches in person, seeing all the strategies going on for standard, it was just a fantastic time. You know, being able to talk to everybody as they were going through their matches. Like I saw a lot of different like sleeves and like different lands that people were using, and I was going over there and talking to them after their matches, kind of seeing and checking up on how they were doing, checking out like, hey dude, you got those lands, like where'd you get those lands from, where'd you get those sleeves from, can I check them out, stuff like that. You know, nerding out over cards, nerding out over Magic the Gathering is always a fantastic time. With that, I did participate in the Ravnica Remastered draft, so we're gonna go over the different things that we drafted, the archetype that we went with this weekend. One of the things I like to do when I go to my LGS or local game store, as a lot of people call it, is I like to pick up just packs of different things that I want to chase some cards for. Lately, I've been into Modern recently, so like playing Modern in person. This is one of the places I go to when I play Modern on Wednesdays. They do Modern on Wednesdays and Friday night. But I like picking up Modern Horizon packs. It's lately been Modern Horizons 2 draft packs. But this time I actually went and I picked up Modern Horizon 1 booster pack, Modern Horizon 2 draft pack, and then another Modern Horizon 1 booster pack. So in between doing the draft, getting the draft price packs, and then of course being there for all the standard RCQ and checking all that out, I did pick up these boosters. So as part of this video, we're actually going to open up some packs as well. We're going to start off with a Modern Horizons 1 pack, see what we get, and then we're going to talk about the draft and just see how that went as well. So again, I've been playing a lot of Modern recently, so like picking up singles where I can, but it's always fun to open up some packs, get that chase going, and then of course support the local game stores and seeing, you know, what's available there. All right, let's see. Got our possibilities. A lot of these old like commons for Modern Horizon ones. Some of them I can see are still being used in like a lot of modern decks, but it's mostly a lot of the uncommons and rares that get still get used. So we have here Talisman of Hierarchy, which is artifact. Some mana fixing that works out. Abominables, Tree Folk, Shattered Assumptions. Actually a pretty decent card. Choose one. Target opponent reveals their hand and discards all colorless non-land cards. Or target opponent reveals their hand and discards all multicolored cards. Nice. We get a rare here in a Waterlogged Grove. So you pay 1 life, add a forest or an island. You can pay 1 and tap it to sacrifice Waterlogged Grove to draw a card. So it's pretty good rare for the first one. We get the snow-covered land that is available in the Modern Horizon booster pack. Then we get the art card here in the back. And then the token, Shapeshifter, Changeling. Alright, so not a bad pack for Modern Horizons 1. So again, anytime you guys can support your LGSs, it's always recommended to do so. Of course, it's sometimes people don't have them around them or it's a little bit hard to get to them, so that's always understandable. But before that, let's go ahead and jump into that. Well, we ended up drafting the archetype that we went to. As you can see, the token on top had Goblin, so you can kind of have an idea that I went with red. Or, you know, the Rakdos as far as the guilds are involved in the color archetypes for this actual draft setting. So, for those of you who don't know what a draft is usually an event where 6 to 8 people sit down. Usually the best format is 8 people sitting around and in the table. Each person gets 3 packs, and you open up 1 pack at a time. As you open up your pack, you don't show anybody what you have. You look through your cards, you pick one, you grab the rest of the cards, put it to the side of you, either left or right, depending on the rotation you want to go to. and you pass it on. You grab the next cards in front of you. You look through those cards. You pick one, put it, and then put the next one down for the next person, and keep going until everybody has gone through that one pack that everybody's opened. Kind of picked a different archetype. You know, try to build a 40 card deck with the cards that you get. So you pick one card at a time, trying to see, you know, and build around a certain archetype or build a certain deck that you like to do. And then after that, after everybody's done with the first pack, you open up the second pack, do the same thing, and then again the third pack, one card each time, do the same thing until you're done, and then you kind of break that down to 40 card deck, including the lands that you pick. You can pick up any basic lands. Usually the LGSs have them there. Some people like me, I like to take extra basic lands in case there's none, so people can use them. So it's a great way to kind of get to learn the cards, because you read the cards as you're going through them. You try to see like what keeps coming up for you, what's available. It's always a lot of fun. And some people simply like to do drafts for value, so they jump in, they do the draft event, and all they pick out is just rares for themselves to take the value. You know, everybody has different ways of playing the game and different ways of trying stuff out. So I definitely went in there with the draft mindset of playing the game. We got some new people that were in there, so it was a lot of fun to talk to them, play stuff around with them. And of course, one of my favorite things was we got a mother and a son there trying it out for the first time. So everybody there was super nice, and like we're helping them out. Like after they were done, kind of like, hey, what idea how to build their deck? What can we help them with? And if we got paired against them, you know, being like, hey, this is how they do like the different phases and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun. Afterwards, we also got to see that the son actually pulled up a really nice Cyclonic Rift in his prize pack. So it was always great to see. So the archetype that I went with in this case was Rakdos. So we have Goblin. So Rakdos is red and black. As you can tell by the basic mountain here that I was using. I like to take my own, so I was using that there. One of the cards that we really picked up early that really like let me know like, hey, we're gonna be really going with Rakdos. I'm trying like looking through it. Everything was shuffled from last night. But yeah, one of the cards that we got early was actually like the Burning Prophet here. As you can see, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Burning Prophet gets +1/+0, and until end of turn, then you scry one. Scrying, of course, is you get to look at the top card, depending on how many sets. So scry one, you look at the top card, and then you decide whether you want to keep it at the top of the deck, or you put it at the bottom. So that way you can know what you're going to be drawing next. Or if you don't like what you're going to be drawing next, put that at the bottom, so it can give you a chance to kind of shuffle through your library a little bit faster in that sense. And then we did also get a nice retro frame foil Skewer the Critics. Obviously it has a spectacle. For one, it's a sorcery 2 and a red, or a spectacle for 1 red. Spectacle means that if the opponent at any time during your turn receives any damage, you can play the spectacle cost for this card instead. And this one is Skewer the Critics, deals 3 damage to any target. So again, when you're playing red, you know, sometimes it's a lot of burn, a lot of effects of just going straight to the throat and hitting the target directly and kind of going quickly and trying to burn through their life points really quickly. So we got that. We picked up a lot of Rakdos cards for mana fixing. We got the Rakdos Guildgate. A lot of Guildgates available in this Ravnica draft. We got the Rakdos Signet. We got 2 of them. It definitely came through. I was picking up other stuff, but as they kept coming through back in the draft, you know, I had to pick them up, especially because they worked out really well within my own setting and mana fixing. So that was pretty good to having those Rakdos mana fixing things for yourself. There was a nice card that I saw like on the third time I got to look through cards that I really picked up fast to let myself know that we're really gonna do Rakdos, and that was Rakdos Firewheeler. That's 2 black and 2 red. When Rakdos Firewheeler enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to target opponent and 2 damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. So it's quick 2 hit to the target and then 2 hit to another creature or planeswalker that's on the field. So it's a quick way to remove it. Plus it's a 4 and a 3, so it's not too bad of a card itself. So again, you see like the stuff kind of stuff that we're going for. You kind of see I went with the 1 and a black Blade Brand, which is target creature gains death touch until end of turn, and then you get to draw a card. So even if you don't really use a death touch for anything, even in a pinch you need to draw more cards, it works out for you. Burglar Rat was really good. For 1 and a black, when Burglar Rat enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. So, you know, in limited, which is what the format is, there's not a lot of choices to have a 60 card deck. So having people kind of burn through or discard their stuff, it also gives you a little bit more of advantage because they can't really play out the combos that they like. So it was a lot of fun. trying to have that stuff. And then this card, much like Ginger Brute did for me in Wilds of Eldraine, did pretty well for me. This one is just a 1 red Tin Street Dodger. It's a creature goblin rogue. It comes in with haste, but the best part is that if you play 1 red, 10 Street Dodger can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with Defender. A lot of the cards in this set didn't really have Defender, so I knew I was going to be able to kind of come in, pump it up, and just ping directly without it being able to get blocked. So it did a lot of damage for me, even if I was just pinging 1 for a lot of the times. It costs 1, so it comes in early. I keep tapping another mountain to just make sure it doesn't get blocked, and just keep pinging the face directly without a lot of man strength. Of course, it can get burned very quickly, but the people are playing were trying to go for big stomping creatures or playing a lot of Is It, which is a lot of control or countering of the card. So it was good to kind of have those things going for myself. And then one of the best cards that I picked up early within all this was within the first pack. So again, it let me know like, hey, this is what I'm gonna be looking for. This Retro Frame Legion War Boss. It comes in with Mentor. Mentor means that when this card is attacking, if there's any other attacking creatures that have 1 or less power than this, add a +1/+1. So if they had 1, power, and this is attacking, they get a +1/+1. As you can tell, this is a perfect card for it as well. 10 Street Dodger. It's a 1/1, so it's less power than the Legion War Boss itself. So also at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. That token gains haste until end of turn and attacks this combat if able. That means that not only is it coming out, it's attacking, and it's attacking along with this card, so it gets that +1/+1, which makes it a 2/2. If the opponents don't really have a lot of answers early, I can keep creating a token each combat. I keep pumping it up to at least a 2/2. It starts flooding the board early with a bunch of goblins that are quickly able to kind of just direct to the face without really fear on my end that I'm going to lose them, because I want to hold on to the Legion War Boss. I don't really care about the tokens when they're doing damage. They have to attack anyway, so it just makes them go directly. So a lot of fun. Yes, it was a lot of fun, like fixing around red and black there. Pretty easy to pick up a Rakdos. Saw it early. Active Treason did well for me. Gain control. It's a sorcery, 2 in a red. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature and it gets haste until the end of turn. So even if they had a flyer, I was able to take it, ping them directly, because usually most of the time didn't consider having a flyer to block with themselves. So again, it's just different ways to turn around and do damage directly to them without really feeling the damage directly myself. So if somebody was able to control the board early, though, they did do a lot of damage to me. And if they got to like the mid game or like really made the games go along, that's when I was in trouble. But luckily I was kind of bringing stuff early, pinging it, creating sorceries, creating instants and all that stuff. So it was a lot of fun. Obviously, like I said, this is mostly the Rakdos type archetype, so that's what I ended up picking up for this draft. So I saw a lot of people playing Boros. The one archetype that was really open throughout this event was the Golgari. Funny enough, in my prize pack I did get a nice anime borderless Golgari card, so I'll show you guys that as well. And then the one actually that gave me the most trouble was the Dimir archetype, which is the blue and the black. So they were playing a lot of stuff like reanimating from the graveyard, playing big creatures, playing flyers that made me sacrifice stuff. So that was a fun matchup. Yeah, so that's all to say that really this draft event was a lot of fun for me. I always look forward to doing more in-person events. I started going to a lot more last year, especially to pre-release events. Starting doing the modern days when I can play as well at the store. Trying out checking out Commander as well. So one of the things I want to do in this channel moving forward, other than the pack openings and unboxings every Friday afternoon, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video. Hit that bell notification, of course, so you can get notified of all those videos coming up. Is try to add stuff every Monday when I do in-person events, whether it's draft nights like this for the draft previews, or when I do pre-release events. I'm hoping to, of course, check out and show you guys all the pre-release stuff that I got, plus all the things that I did for the sets or what I created as far as decks go. And maybe open up another pre-release box for you guys, whether that Monday or that following Friday, so you guys can kind of see what you guys are in store for if you guys do pre-release events yourselves. Yeah, just kind of show you guys what different in-person events occur, and of course, just things to look forward to when it comes to the new sets coming out. Now, before we do look at what we got in those prize packs, so we did open them up at the store. We did have everybody around us kind of hype and opening up their cards as we got the prize packs. Yeah, so moving forward, as I'm at the event, we're gonna try to set up the recording so we can actually record the pack openings for the prize pack. I didn't want to record the draft itself. I do go to the store every once in a while, but I'm still fairly new to this store, so I didn't want to be just set up and start recording everybody, especially without really asking for permission from those people around me if they wanted to be in the videos. So moving forward, we'll definitely set up the recording equipment after we get our prize packs and then record our openings. But in the moment, it was fun just opening up all the packs with everybody and just seeing what they got. But before we do get to see what we got in those prize packs, let's go ahead and open up a Modern Horizons 2 draft pack that I picked up at the store as well, and see what we can get. Holy Heat. Holy Heat still works well within my decks. Alright, so our first rare is Nevinero's Disc. We do get an Academy manufacturer, which is pretty good. And then the foil is an Arcbound Mouser, and then we get a Stopper token. Now, I always recommend that you support your LGS whenever you can. But I understand that some people don't have any LGS around them, or sometimes the LGS maybe doesn't carry older sets, and you're looking for some other stuff to beef up your modern decks, your old commander decks, whatever you're looking forward to do. So if your LGS doesn't have these cards or these products available, I have the perfect place for you to go. That is our partner, tcgplayer.com. You can go ahead and click on the link down below. It'll take you to the one-stop shop for all your Magic the Gathering needs and all other TCG needs as well. Whether it's One Piece, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, or even Lorcana, everything that you need is available there, whether it's the bundles or just you want to look for the singles that you need for your decks. You can go ahead and look through all that. Plus, they have an available market price so you can see exactly what they're selling for and you can see what value you get most for your cards. So you can get all those cards sent together at the same time directly to you. Thanks again to TCG Player for partnering with this channel. All right, let's check out what we got in those prize packs. So one of the cards that stood out to me because I do have a Dragon Commander deck is Rhythm of the Wild. The Rhythm of the Wild is a 1 red and a green card enchantment, which says creature spells you control cannot be countered, and then non-token creatures you control have Riot. So they enter the battlefield with your choice of a +1/+1 counter or haste. So do you want to go directly to the face as soon as you can with those creatures, or do you want to beef them up whenever they enter the battlefield? This enchantment does just that, and it's all your choice, however you want to go for it. The next card that I got that I thought was really cool was Court of the Calling and the Retro Frame, which is X and 3 green. It has Convoke. You can search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less, and then you put it into the battlefield and then shuffle. The best part about this card is that when you put that creature into the battlefield, it doesn't come in tapped, and it goes straight into the battlefield, not into your hand. So, pretty good way of bringing out a big creature, especially if you want to use a Convoke feature to tap all the other creatures available to bring out the biggest creature that you can. A great card to have on your set. The next one that we got was the anime borderless Sabra, Queen of the Golgari. Do you guys remember when I was talking about seeing all those Golgari cards being available? Like, it's pretty funny that in one of our prize cards, then we see the Golgari Queen come out. So it's a 2 black and a green. If this was in the draft packs, of course, I probably would have taken it and just gone with Golgari, but it wasn't. It was in the prize packs. But this is a legendary creature, Elf Shaman. Whenever you sacrifice a black creature, you may pay 2 life. If you do, each other player sacrifices a creature, and whenever you sacrifice a green creature, you may gain 2 life. So it's a good way of using the Golgari archetype to your definite advantage. And of course, the anime borderless card looks pretty good as well. And the main card that we got in our prize packs is Anime Borderless Divine Visitation, which is 3 and 2 white. It's an enchantment. If one or more creature tokens would be created under your control, that many 4/4 white angel creature tokens with flying and vigilance are created instead. So similar to what I was creating with those goblins and kind of bringing all those goblins out, this card lets those tokens being created be 4/4 white angel creatures with flying and vigilance instead. So it's a great way to pack your board, flood your board with great big creatures instead of just being simple 1/1s. So this was definitely a great card to pull in those prize packs. Now, before we do finish this video, we're going to go ahead and open up that last Modern Horizons booster pack to see what else we have. All right, so we start with a mirror token. Oh, that's our front. Let's go. Hey, Bladeback Sliver. Okay, if you guys don't know by my playmat, I am a huge fan of slivers, so seeing more slivers available in Modern Horizon pack makes it really great to me, so I can have more slivers to add to my sliver commander deck. So Bladeback Sliver, and let's go through other commons that we have. Ephemerate. All right, Throne of Chaos. Hey, we get another land rare. We get Silent Clearing, which is a pay 1 life, and you can add a white or black. You can pay 1 and tap plus sacrifice Silent Clearing to draw a card. And then we get a snow-covered swamp. That's some great art in that snow-covered swamp. And of course, we already saw the token, so the last thing we have here is the art card. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. So the plan moving forward is to try and create videos like this after we go to in-person events, kind of recap those events. I'm not trying to really blog or record everything that I do in those events. Obviously, there's a lot of different people that are there, so obviously having to ask everybody for permission can get a little bit tedious. Plus, I don't want to invade others' privacy. So hopefully these recap events, when I do in-person events where it's pre-releases or drafts or just previews before the new sets come out, are pretty good for you guys. Let me know what you guys think about these type of videos in the comments down below. Do you like them? Would you want to see more of them? Of course, I know this one ran a little bit longer than I anticipated. It's still new to me, so I'm trying out different formats, checking out the outline that I have to see what to talk about. I do want to open up some packs while we're talking, so if I do go to the in-person events, I'm probably going to pick up about 2 packs to see if I can open it, during these videos as well, to see what other luck we have during these videos. So again, if you guys like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification to be notified of all the videos coming out on this channel. And of course, if you want to buy your singles or sealed products from Magic the Gathering, check out your LGSs. But if you can't, go ahead and click on our partner that link down below for tcgplayer.com, your one-stop shop for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Thanks again for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. I am Alexis Lopez TCG, and don't forget, this Friday we're going to be checking out a Wilds of Eldraine set booster box, so I hope to see you all there as well. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.